I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio at the Morning Pulse here on this Friday, January 10th. We've made it through that first full week here in the new calendar year. Within the past few years, there's been a number of businesses and stores particularly closing within the Tri-Cities. And you can now add Bling Glamour in Hastings to the list of closures. An employee at the store says that Bling is restructuring. The Hastings location is closing due to lack of clientele. The women's clothing store is also closing a few stores in Kansas and their location in Lincoln. This is going to put 20 to 30 employees out of a job. But some employees at the Hastings location have been offered to work at their location in Kearney. The Hastings store is set to close on January 20th. News 2 has reached out to the Bling store in North Platte, and we've not received comment on their future quite yet. We are communicating with the District 177 individuals and management group as we speak to obtain details on this. Stick with News 2 for updates and developments as the day progresses. Gathering at the state capitol today, Governor Pillen, Senator Kathleen Koth, and other state leaders rallying together to gain support for a women's Bill of Rights.
Additionally, biological males should not share spaces designated for women due to inherent safety risks from physical differences between males and females, including strength and identity. Maintaining these spaces ensures that girls and women have areas where they can enjoy privacy and dignity without the pressure and presence of biological males.
The gathering did draw some criticism, and right as the meeting kicked off, an outburst by someone in the audience. You kind of hear it in the background here.
If anybody disrupts in this press conference like that, we have plenty of security. You'll be taken out and be taken out immediately.
And you can hear Governor Pillen's response there, and after the chanting from protesters could be heard outside of the chamber as soon as the meeting and the rally did conclude. And it may be cold outside, but there hasn't been as much snow compared to last year. But this past weekend, we did finally end our streak with measurable snow after 351 days. Back in July of last year, only 5% of the state was experiencing some kind of a drought. Now 84% of Nebraska is in a drought. And last weekend's snowfall was not enough to make a big dent in those conditions. This is the second lowest snowfall total for the capital city of Lincoln from October 1st to January 7th, with just 1 inch in the books. A UNL climatologist says that the drier air played a major role in the limited snowfall accumulation.
The snowfall we do get doesn't tend to have enough water, liquid water content in it to really make a significant difference. And also, by this time of year, often the ground is frozen as it is now. And, so if you do get a lot of snow, it's just going to sit there.
The hope for many as we continue through the winter is that the snow will start to pick up. February on average is the snowiest month of the season, and any old farmer or rancher will tell you that the drought always gets corrected within the winter months rather than the season of summer. And moving on now to national news, former President Jimmy Carter laid to rest in his hometown of Plains, Georgia yesterday evening. The Carter family walked alongside the hearse as it made its way through town. The motorcade followed a private service at the same church where he taught Sunday school for a number of years. Former President Carter was buried alongside his wife of 77 years. Earlier on Thursday, the state funeral was held at the National Cathedral in Washington. President Carter was the oldest living former U.S. president and the first to reach 100 years of age. Rounding out the Morning Pulse here on this Friday, January 10th, with a check of the 7-day forecast. 36 the high today. It has felt a little bit warmer the past couple of days, getting above freezing at least, and you can see a little bit of melting occurring in some areas. I know we've had a little bit here in the News 2 parking lot recently. Temperatures on Saturday going to be quite favorable. 41 the high, and we do have some 40-degree temperatures that will be sticking around in that 7-day forecast here on the back end of the 7-day. Temperatures, meanwhile, going to be sticking in the upper 30s for the foreseeable future. I think we could pretty much justify these as seasonable temperatures for this time of the year.